Okay, very quickly, I wanted to show you guys how to use a simple technique to add an opacity gradient to something so that you can fade in an image on the edge of a picture or whatever, vertically, horizontally, with the other tools. So it's super simple. I have a picture and I just have a blue rectangle behind it so you can see the opacity more clearly, because the blue will show through based on the opacity adjustments. So what I'm going to do here is simply click on, select my layer that has the picture in it. Then I'm going to click this mask icon, the mask button down here, and you see I get this linked layer mask thumbnail. Okay. And remember that you can always hover if you're not sure what something is and wait for Photoshop to tell you. All right. So then all I'm going to do while this, not only this layer is selected, but the mask thumbnail itself, okay, it needs to be selected. Gonna go over and get my gradient tool, which hangs out here with the paint bucket. And not sure why it popped up already. I've got to go back and undo that. Okay, so once again, got my layer selected, and I click the mask tool. And when I select my gradient tool, I've got it selected. And now I'm going to go over and I'm going to click and drag. Oh, you'll want a black and white gradient because it's the blackness or the whiteness. Even if you use color, it's going to measure how dark it is or isn't, is all. There will be no color influence on this opacity, okay? So I'm going to select, I want to mask, I want to focus on the headset. So I'm going to use this gradient, which starts out dark and goes to light. So I will drag that, and you see how the color comes through on this layer. Just to show you that it isn't, I'm not using a color gradient, that's not what's happening. I'm going to switch this off, and you see the transparency thing behind it, okay? The transparency checkerboard. So, and then of course I can adjust the opacity by dragging this, okay? And affecting how quickly it filters in or out. I also can add, when working with gradients, I can add another color here, and I can make this my white as I get close to the headset. Okay, and I can make this go back to black. And then if I need to change an angle, that's easily done too. So that is how to use layer tools, the masking button, and the gradient tool to create an opacity gradient.